Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the weekly Daily GizWiz is provided by the new Winamp for Android, featuring wireless sync and one-click iTunes import. Now with free daily music downloads and full-length CD listening parties. Download it for free at winamp.com/Android. Video bandwidth for the weekly Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. It's time for the weekly Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1321, recorded July 2nd, 2011. Outdoor Gadgets. The weekly Daily GizWiz is brought to you by Netflix. Watch thousands of TV episodes and movies on your PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone, or TV instantly. All streamed directly to you, saving you time, money, and hassle. For your free 30-day trial, go to netflix.com/twit. And now, get ready for Dick.
It's time for the
Weekly.
Daily GizWiz with Dickie Deep
Weekly.
and Leo 2. It's time for the
Weekly.
Daily
Weekly.
GizWiz with the gadget of the day.
And week.
If you've been listening to humorless podcasts daily, or even once in a while, you should not listen to the Daily GizWiz without first consulting your healthcare professional. Discuss your general sanity with your doctor to ensure that you are healthy enough to engage in comical activity. If you experience chest pain, nausea, or any other discomfort during the Daily GizWiz, seek immediate medical help. The most common side effects of the Daily GizWiz are headache, facial flushing, upset stomach, blurred vision, bluish vision, greenish vision, paisley vision, vision loss, balding, receding hairline, blurred hair, bluish hair, greenish hair, pale hair, loss of feeling in extremities, loss of limb, leprosy, cataract, ring incontinental, and warts. In some instances, those who listen to the Daily GizWiz report dizziness or even death. If either occurs, call your doctor right away. If you experience jocularity that lasts for more than 4 hours, although rare, it is important to seek immediate medical help. So remember, make the Daily GizWiz part of your day. You'll be mad you did.
So it's time for the
Weekly.
Daily
Weekly.
GizWiz with Dickie Deep and Leo 2. It's time for the
Weekly.
Daily
Weekly.
GizWiz with the gadget of the day
Week.
for you. Just add water, you're through. It makes its own gravy.
It's true! I'll be here.
That's true.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our daily weekly GizWiz, Mr. Dick DeBartolo. Happy
Leo, how
4th
are you?
of July weekend, Dickie D.
I know. Are you doing anything big?
We are.
Fireworks?
Pendulum has fireworks. So here's what we do. We do this every year. We have a block party because we're on a cul-de-sac. So
Okay.
whether we like it or not, we have to see our neighbors. You can't avoid it. So what the hell? Let's have a party. So we do this every year. This year, I'm in charge of the potato salad. We hope the same thing doesn't happen this year that happened last year. But I've learned some hygiene, some basic hygiene, and I think that
yeah, good. Yeah.
I think we'll be all right this year. So,
But making potato salad with gloves on, I'm not so sure about that.
it wasn't the gloves so much; it was the choice of gloves. I was wearing those nice leather gloves with the
Yeah,
winter.
yeah.
That was the problem. So anyway, this time,
Good.
you know, and we're not going to leave it in the hot sun all day until the party. So I think that'll all help.
Good.
I am making a playlist. I'm very excited of Americana. Music like Born in the USA, and the back in the USSR. Wait a minute, that's wrong. But anyway, we're going to have a variety of songs. Kate Smith singing I Think I'm Too Fat. It's going to be so good. I'm really going to enjoy that. So we'll be playing that, you know, waving the flag and all the whole thing for the 4th of July. What do you do now? You're going to do your traditional boat thing?
Well, you know, with the budget cuts, I don't know if you know, but the Macy's display this year is a giant sparkler on a tugboat that they are going to just let drift down the river. No. I'm going, some friends of mine down there have a 50-foot boat.
Oh, yeah, because you don't really have your old boat. I guess you could use
No, I have
your work
my
boat, but-
little 23-foot boat. And, you know, the the docking regulations for the past 3 years. You must be in an anchorage, if you want to watch the fireworks, in the anchorage by 4 p.m., and you cannot leave before midnight.
Oh,
after all the tour boats are safely off the river.
They don't want a terrorist incident, I guess.
Yeah. So my bladder says, you ain't going there. So,
Stephen 3X in our chat room has a really good idea. Why not just light the garbage that's floating in the river and call it a day?
Oh, you know what? Actually, the Hudson River is much, much better.
You can actually swim in it.
They have a swim around Manhattan once a year.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I mean, when in my day, you'd have to have a tetanus shot before you even dipped a toe in it. I mean, it really wasn't safe.
There was, in fact, 2 years ago. I don't know who does the planning, but on the same day, they had the New York City Poker Run, which are the fastest boats you can buy, 100 mile an hour, and the swim around Manhattan on the same day.
Not a good idea. Well, it's a big river.
It's a big river, so they divided it in half, and they said, you swim over there, you guys race over there. Nobody get out of their lane.
Good.
So fortunately, it was okay.
I'm sure the swimmers are really careful about that. I don't think they wanted to take the chance. So, Dick, we've got, out as appropriate for 4th of July weekend, we have outdoor gadgets this weekend. Maybe something that you would use yourself on Independence Day.
Absolutely. Something really clever from ThinkGeek. Something you probably know a lot about because it's called the Freeloader, okay?
I'm not sure whether to take
ThinkGeek
Freeloader. I'm thinking it's something about music. Putting music on your MP3 player or something like that.
Oh, no. It's more mundane than that, and it is, in a way, freeloading because it's their solar charger.
Oh.
Now, this solar charger has several unique features of it. It folds up. Actually, it comes apart so that you can flip the solar panels over so that when you pack it in your suitcase, neither solar panel is exposed.
That's good because those are essentially glass, so it's a good.
Yes, exactly.
Now you're holding the Freeloader Pro. It looks like
the Freeloader Pro, exactly. Yes. So it has a built-in 1,000 milliamp lithium ion battery. And what's unique about this, so it has USB out so that you can charge USB gadgets. But something, I'm reaching over here, something I have never seen before, included with a solar charger, is something called Cam Caddy. Now, what Cam Caddy does, it's fully adjustable, so you can take batteries out of your digital camera, and there are two little pivots you move so that you can line the contacts of this device up with the contacts on your digital battery. And then they give you a cable that hooks the solar charger up to the Cam Caddy, so you can actually charge batteries that come out of your camcorder or your digital camera. Most solar chargers that we've talked about in the past merely have USB out and cannot charge any sort of battery that's a unique shape and not charged via USB. And the neat thing about this is, and I called them, I said, is this sale going to be, is it like a 4th of July thing? And the guy said, no, it's right now, we don't know when it's going to end, but it's $40.
Oh, because I'm seeing $80 on the site.
You know what? That is so bizarre. Why am I seeing... Did they ever? Oh, you know what, Leo? I bet you the Freeloader Pro is what includes this, and the regular one doesn't. Okay, that's why.
There you go. So don't get the Freeloader Pro. I mean, so you're saying $40 for the Freeloader Amateur?
Yes, exactly. Right. There you go.
But that doesn't look the same. It doesn't have the round cycle in the middle there.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I think they sent me a description of one, and
they sent you a copy of the other.
Isn't
that nice? But now 1,000 milliamp hours isn't huge.
No, it's not. It's not. Now, it is not. But if you have it in the sun, you could actually be adding a little bit of power to it as you're charging your devices.
Well, see, that's always my question is, could I run the device
directly from the
sun? Yeah.
You know, hang on, I'll put this out.
I'm thinking with it's not the battery, it's how much juice this thing cranks out.
Yes, you know what? You probably can't, because I know that it takes about 8 hours in the sun to charge the internal battery,
Right.
and about 3 hours via USB. So that is, you could not do that.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I mean, I mean, look at the size of it. The only way you could charge while you're using one of these things would be to have much larger panels than these.
Something on
aren't
the
very
roof of your car.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, a foot square probably would do it. I've seen panels that claim to let you do this. Run
That's right.
run the device.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about the guy his church friends are going overseas.
Right.
And then I think we were talking about that there was like a suitcase or an attaché case with a panel. The whole side of the attaché case was a solar panel. So anyway, you can't do that with this, but it's very convenient.
I think we got to get the efficiency of these solar panels up, because I really do love the idea of not having to connect to the grid if you go camping, to be able to keep your stuff charged, particularly your phone. I think that would be really great. And many's the time, that basically I charge my phone in my car. If I've got my car, I'm going to be okay. But many's the time I wish I could have charged my stuff while I was doing it. Item 2 of our outdoor roundup.
Okay, now we're doing, this is the video of the week segment. Now, this is not my own video, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
It's the Coleman Instant Tent, and I was going to do a video, but it turns out that it really is a two-man job. So I was going to try.
I wish you'd done a video.
Well, first of all, I wasn't going to do this down in the park, because this would be an attention getter, and I'm sure someone would call the cops and go, "Why is he allowed to set?"
He's camping in the park.
I tried to do it in the backyard, and there just wasn't enough room, and it's very difficult for me to do it. So I was speaking to the people at Coleman, and they sent me a link to their 2 product managers, and if you bring up that video, you can start a minute in.
Yeah.
And I can actually.
You want to narrate the video?
Yeah, I will. I will.
As we watch it, here they are. This is called the Coleman Instant Do-It-Yourself. You could do it all by yourself tent.
Yeah, and about a minute in is good. Yeah, there you go. And so first of all, it can be done really not in a minute, although I saw someone do it in a minute with the 4-person tent. But what's really neat about
this is good. See, now normally you have the poles, you have to assemble them and
Leo,
slide them in.
This is the amazing thing. You'll watch them as they unfold it. Everything is totally connected.
Oh, this is a lot better.
already.
Yeah, this is a lot better.
And you can see why it takes 2 people. I mean, it's just way easier.
I have set up my Coleman 3-man tent by myself, but it's always easier with 2 people. And this one, it does look like you need.
This is a 6-man tent. So all the rods are connected. So once you get it kind of standing up, you walk around, and all the rods are telescoping.
There you go.
And you pull them out until they lock. There is no, I don't know if you... do you have the tent where you open it up and all the poles are separate and all the pieces?
That's a normal tent. And then, you assemble the poles and you slide them through the loops. It's not that hard to set up those tents. And that's kind of how I've done it all my life. This is the first time I've seen one with poles that are integral to the tent. This is great.
Even the front door is connected. You don't have to use a fly.
Do they make this in a smaller size or only in the 6-man?
They make a 4, a 6, and an 8.
This is good, because this is nice. I like camping, and I love, but this would be good for our family. I think this is good because you've got a porch. It looks like, and look how easy that was.
Yeah. Now the price is not bad. Let's see, the 4-man tent is $140, although on Amazon I saw it for $110. And it goes all the way up to the 8-man tent. So it's pretty unique. And these are the 2 product managers. I think they really did an amazing job that there is nothing loose in the tent except the ground stakes. So if you're going to be in an area where you want to...
There's probably a fly that you put over the...
I think the fly is already part of it, because I remember reading on one of the Amazon reviews saying, "Oh my word, I didn't even need to attach a fly. Everything was connected."
This is great. This is really nice.
So the Coleman Instant tent.
A little bit heavier. You know, it's a car camping tent, obviously. You're not
Yes,
gonna,
exactly.
Yeah, you're not going to
Exactly.
take this. But that's really great. Perfect for the 4th of July if you haven't gotten your tent yet. And you're going to go be parking in Central Park to watch the fireworks. This looks good. And look how quickly, when the police come, look how quickly you can fold it right up.
Quick, the cops are coming. The
And
cops
get
are
the hell out of there. That's awesome. That's pretty good.
Pretty
I
neat.
like that, and the prices. Now I've always used Coleman tents. I like Coleman tents. I have LL Bean tents and others, but Coleman's are fairly affordable, and they're so inexpensive they're almost disposable. Because you know what happens is you use it a few times, and you forget to dry it out in the sun and air it out, and next time you unroll it, there's earwigs and stuff, and you just don't want to go in there. So I throw it out. Basically, tents
your
are.
employees actually sleep in the tent out back, don't they?
Yeah, Dane's been living in a tent in the backyard for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no shower in there, which is why he's never been allowed back in the cottage.
Never comes in the cottage. Look at this. They're able to just roll it up, and it's about the size of a body bag. That's fantastic. Look at that.
Oh, wait, Bruce is in there. Unwind.
When they say mummy bag, they mean mummy bag.
That's very funny. I think Daddy's in that one.
Daddy-
but yeah,
Daddy bag.
Daddy's in the bag.
So good. Item 2, the Coleman. What do they call that? Quick tent?
Instant tent. Now, not instant, but in a few minutes. It's
Just
close
add
to
water. Yep.
yeah. Item number 3.
Item number 3.
Okay, with something I saw when I was looking at that great telescope that we saw, the Sky Prodigy from Celestron last week. We talked about $700 to $800. Now we have something that's about $55 and designed for people who don't want a complicated GPS or don't want all the bells and whistles. It's a little guy about the size of, a tiny bit bigger than a cigarette lighter, and it's called the Retrace Lite, light as in L-I-T-E. And this is a small handheld GPS device. You don't use it exactly as a GPS. Has 5 buttons on it. So if you go out, you hit button number 1 with a picture of your car, and then number 2, maybe a picture of your hotel.
Brilliant.
A picture of a museum that you want the kids to go back to. And then basically you hit the button and you just follow the little compass, and it'll tell you how many steps or miles or whatever you should go in this direction, that direction, this back and forth, back and forth. And that's the Retrace Lite. And then it's close to $100. They have a more deluxe model that can do 20 waypoints, color screen. But if you want, just a way not to get lost, the Retrace Lite for about $55 should do it.
That's a really interesting idea. It's instead of leaving breadcrumbs so that you could find your way back. To your
Leo,
car.
I've been leaving pineapple upside down cake crumbs.
That's good because the birds probably don't eat
It's
those.
not good, Leo, because I have like 50 people following me eating them.
He's
The
leaving
only thing
cakes
is-
behind him.
Cakes behind, exactly. This is the deluxe version. Just they're the same size. Just so you get an idea of, it's pretty small. Little clip for your belt, so it's pretty neat.
I think it's an interesting product. Actually, it's not a general GPS. It's just for
No, it is not a general.
finding
exact.
your way back to where you left your car or left your tent.
Or where you last pushed that button.
Yeah.
Get me home.
Home James.
Fetch me back.
All right, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, it'll be Turn the Table Turkey for today. That's 4 T's. Our Gadget Warehouse Friday and a whole lot. Yes, it is. Trust me, Victor. I've got somebody in the studio going, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's 4. It is. It's 4. Trust me. Turn the Table Turkey today. But first, friends, a visit to our friends at netflix.com/twit. You know about Netflix. I don't have to tell you about Netflix. Do I? Do I really have to tell you about Netflix? That's that great service. You get the DVDs by mail in as little as 1 business day. And now, of course, with Netflix, you also get this great watch instantly, which means you can watch a movie whenever you're in the mood to watch a movie. Wow, that's an interesting movie. Little Man. Wow, having it. Oh, this is cool. The baby was. Oh, this is interesting. You see the problem? I just watched Paper Chase last night. We hadn't seen that since it came out in the 70s.
Oh, John Houseman.
Yes, John Houseman. That's the movie he won an Oscar for. It's so fun. And that's what I love about this. There's a million things. Well, there's tens of thousands of movies on here that you can watch instantly. Documentaries, television shows, classics, modern movies too. And you watch them whenever you feel like it, on your iPad, your iPhone. If you've got a Blu-ray player, most of them now have Netflix built in. Many TVs do. Certainly your Xbox 360, your PlayStation 3, your Nintendo Wii. They all. Oh, on St. Patrick's Day, I watched this. Michael Collins. That was a great movie. Great movie. So, but that's the thing. It's St. Patrick's Day. I want to watch something about Ireland. Irish history, and there it is. Boom, you can watch it. Pulp Fiction. Haven't watched it. I'm in the Quentin Tarantino mood. All right, we'll watch Pulp Fiction, or go back and watch Reservoir Dogs because it's been a long time. This is the fun of it. Is that, in fact, Abby and I. It's been so much fun. She's back from school, and every night we're in the mood. We'll watch a movie, and it's fun. She'll pick a movie. She likes to watch foreign films. There's lots of them. Jennifer, my wife, loves classics. She likes the old black and white movies. Tons of them on here. It's just so much fun. I want you to give it a try right now. Netflix for 30 days free. Netflix.com/twit. Now, here's the problem. I know almost all of you already know about Netflix. You've already become members. So can I make a suggestion? Please pass this along to friends, family members, anybody who doesn't know Netflix yet. If you would, print up flyers and put them on your telephone poles and down at the grocery store. Netflix.com/twit. Just let the world know they can watch Netflix for free for 30 days. You'll be doing everybody a favor, and of course, we'll make lots of money. Netflix, a boy can dream. Netflix.com/twit. Enjoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment, the Turn the Table Turkey. But before we do that, I've got to get Dick to introduce it. Dick?
Hey, it's Dick DeBartolo, and once a week, I understand today is a real winner when we turn the mic and the cameras over to Leo Laporte for his Turn the Turkey
Table. Table turkey turning.
He's looking now.
I think I got something down here.
He's opening the window. He's
Hey, how are you? Time for Turn the Table Turkey, and this is once again a great opportunity for me to find something under my desk and show you all about it. This comes
sound a little prepared to me today. I think it's probably
am.
something good.
Have you ever had the desire to suction cup a telephone to your dash?
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that what my handle is for?
This is actually a great little device. It's very affordable. It's $18. Comes from a company called Newer Tech. They make inexpensive. You know them.
I know them.
Yeah, they make lots of inexpensive but incredibly useful devices. I'm a big fan of Newer Tech, and they sent me this the other day, and they said it's so cheap we don't want it back. And I like that. They say,
yeah.
No, they said, it literally said. In fact, where's that letter? I want that letter. If somebody will bring me that letter. It actually said, normally we ask for these things back, but this is so cheap, just keep it.
No.
It would cost us more. It would cost us more if you returned it. So just keep the damn thing. It is an iPhone accessory, although it would work for any number of phone devices. It's designed for a car, I would guess. They call it their new mount, N-U-M-O-U-N-T, their new mount for the iPhone 3, 3GS, or 4G. It's a suction cup. And on the suction cup, you have a little let me get the right camera here for you.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking
about. So, Leo, you
about.
could use that on a snack tray in an airplane, too, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, that's a great idea. You totally could. So they have a kind of a universal mount. And then it comes with, this is for the iPhone 4. It comes with, this goes on the universal mount just like this. Let's see if I can get it right here. Goes in, and then it slides, so it's very secure. And then you could put the iPhone 4 in there. Let me show you. I'll take the iPhone 4, and I have it in a larger case, so I'll take it out. And it just snaps right in. No, wait a minute. Okay, you slide this here like this, and then it just snaps right in like that. And it's very secure. I mean, that's the nice thing. It's not going to go anywhere. Wait a minute. It just snaps. This goes in and down and over. Well, anyway, and it just snaps right in like that. And then you can attach the phone. Maybe I should have tried this before I decided to review it. No, I'm just not. I'm being silly. I haven't. But
so you get all those attachments for $18.
You get this is the iPhone 4 attachment. Yeah, it's very inexpensive. This is the iPhone 3 attachment. That comes, but then there's a universal attachment for another few dollars. Not very expensive. That's one of the things I like about this. It's actually very affordable. I have to figure out how to get this slid in. It's one of those locking mechanisms. There, I think. There we go.
Down.
Now it's
I just went in the wrong direction.
Yeah. And that, well, this is upside down. Okay, and so it has little feet, and this would hold, for instance, this could hold and this is probably what I'll use it for my Android phone. You press the buttons here, that slides out.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that, and it slides back in, and it's pretty. I mean, it's a very secure hold. And now, yeah, I can suction cup this. This actually would be a good idea. You could turn it like that, and you could watch a movie on the tray of your. You know, I might even use this for the show. Look at that. That's pretty good.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, and I like the price. This is the new mount, N-U-M-O-U-N-T, they say for the iPhone, but as you can see, it does a fine job on this Android phone. And it gives you a very solid thing for the tray or whatever, or in your car. I'm going to use it in the car with the GPS. Put it right on the dashboard like that.
Nice.
Not bad at all. And, well, I've seen a lot of these. The price is really right. They say list price is $19.99. I think if you shop around, you can find it even more inexpensively. It is a gooseneck, so you can have it oriented in a variety of ways. But there's also on the underside, there is a rotating clip here that lets you rotate it this way or that way, and then you can.
Oh, nice! Yeah.
So you can, and actually, it's kind of a ball head, so you actually have a lot of flexibility there. Very nice. That's my turn the table.
I like it.
It's not fancy. It's just what it is.
But we're not fancy here. On the weekly
fancy.
Daily GizWiz, we're just plain folks.
No, we're just plain folks. But I kind of like this because I can really use this as. I'm gonna start using this on the show. That holds it nice and solid. All right, Dick, it's time for us to take a walk.
So the budget for the TWiT Brickhouse is now $18 less than you thought.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. My friends, I'd like for you for a moment to imagine yourself at the turn of the century New York City. The soot lies thick on the windowsills as the smoke from the factories manned by small children pumps into the autumn air. You could see the gloom rise across the river as Manhattan churns out the grim product of its daily refuse. But fear not, because somewhere up on the Upper West Side there is a castle made of stone, covered in moss, dripping with stalactites, that houses the 21st century's crappiest products. We all know it as Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you our man of the hour, our l'homme de l'heure, as they would call him if we were in Paris, Dick DeBartolo.
Leo, how are you? Oh, sorry for the soot. Get that soot off you.
Smoky, New York City.
Right.
Turn of the century. Yes, sir.
Years ago, and we had a chain of stores in the city called Job Lots and then Odd Lots. Stores that originally were selling odd lots where a store or a company would just have 100 of something left and it was not enough to ship to all stores across the country. So odd lots would just get these cases of stuff that didn't sell well. Often they would have an entire product line, like Swanson or somebody would decide to go into a different sort of making cake batter or something, and it didn't sell, and they'd get cases of these. But you had to buy
an odd lot of Swanson's cake batter to sell here.
Right now, no, it was a guy. The real thing was, I think he was called the Galloping Gourmet.
Oh yeah, Graham Kerr.
Graham Kerr.
Yeah, I love Graham Kerr. He's a wonderful fellow.
Yeah, so for about 3 weeks they had cases and cases of Graham Kerr soup and Graham Kerr pasta
Kind of didn't
and
go
Graham
so
Kerr
well.
preserves, you know, and they either decided no one wants this, or whatever it was. So it was a fun place to go in, and one of the fun things was to go in and buy something that you had no idea. You knew it was bad. For example, what I'm going to talk about is my $10 bug zapper.
Okay.
Okay, no brand name on it, and you know it's from some place where there are no safety regulations, because it says, when you change the bowl, be sure to take a plastic-handled screwdriver and short across the grid to let the charge out of your bug zapper.
What?
Yeah, I know. That's not a good
That
recommendation.
doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
No, I know. So one of the fun things of my boxes of crap is I'm finding stuff in the warehouse that I bought, never tried, just threw in there. So because spring was so wet in New York City, we have a lot of mosquitoes and bugs.
Oy.
So in the backyard, I do have an industrial size bug zapper from Hemmicker Schlemmer. It can cover 19 football fields, but evidently it gives off some high pitched sound that Fairway hates. So as soon as it goes on, Fairway is history. She's out of the backyard in a minute. So when I'm out there, I don't leave it on because I like to have Fairway around me. So I thought, my $10 bug zapper to the rescue. So I take it out of the box, I hang it up. 3 days later, I unscrew the bottom cup.
Yes.
Not a sign of a bug.
Not a bug.
Not a bug. So I wait 3 more days. This is so funny. So I open the bottom cup. There's a fly in there upside down. And I go, okay, it caught a fly.
Yay.
So I go over to the trash can to empty the fly, and I hit the cup against the thing. The fly wakes up and flies away.
Oh, it just stunned him.
It was right. No, he was using it to get a
sleeping.
suntan.
I'm sleeping here. Do you mind?
Hey, I like the light. Don't annoy.
So apparently not enough voltage across the poles of the pug
So
zapper.
I assume you could probably stick a screwdriver in there with no fear, but
That's why. That's why. It won't harm you.
blue light. So anyway, I do miss that chain of stores. I get an ad from a place called Big Lots, but unfortunately they're not in the city, and I think they do the same kind of thing as Job Lots did. But you don't have that kind of store out there. I used to love.
No, we don't. I think it's kind of the kind of thing that one of the reasons people love New York City is because of crap like that.
Yes, yes, and then they also have like things like electric drills from Black and Decker. And they would do the same, orange and black, and that was also
so. This is stuff the customs people confiscated, and they
yes,
brought it down to
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
a lot
see,
of
that's
that.
because you're in New York. See, in Petaluma, we don't have customs. We have traditions, but no customs.
Yeah.
So I think that it's not likely that we would have that. We have grocery outlet. They call it. I think they call it a bonanza of dented cans or something like that. But yeah, it's food. Some of this stuff is like dented cans.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah. I do have to ask you a thing. One of the things in the warehouse, I have tons of videotapes of everything I did with Regis, everything I did on Good Morning America. Do you save any of that stuff? I'm so torn with just throwing it out.
No, I end up saving. Well, I don't. So okay, I split the difference. I save it, but I save it somewhere where I have no idea where it is.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's just a pile of stuff somewhere.
Yeah.
And
See, now you have that basement in that building.
Oh yeah, I could save. There's no end of stuff I could save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very torn with just throwing it out. I don't know. But I thought Leo will have a professional approach to this. So
Well,
save
you should
it.
digitize it. What you should do, if you really cared, is you would digitize it, put it on a hard drive, and then stick the hard drive somewhere that you don't know where it is.
That's a good idea.
That's what
because
you should really
that
do.
way you waste 100 hours of your life and still don't know where it is.
Right.
Okay. I knew you'd have an answer. I knew you'd have an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a big problem. You know, for a while I would save things like that. Now I regret not, because, for instance, I would love copies of my first appearances on the radio, for instance, because I know I sounded like this. You know, I don't know what I sound like, but it'd just be fun to have that. You know, 36 years ago. Hi, my name is Leo, and I'm going to talk to you today. I mean, I don't know what it would be like, but it'd be fun to have. I do have Patrick Norton's first appearance in the Screensavers, which actually sounds uncannily like that.
Really?
Oh, he was so scared. He was shaking the whole time.
Holy cow. Well, he told me that right before he went on. You said, Patrick, if you're good, you're dead. I want you to be nervous.
I thought it would cheer him up.
Yeah, you did. You did. You just said, just don't step on my lines. Don't get in my camera shot, but have a good time.
And whatever you do, don't imagine that you got anything on me. I am Leo Laporte. Everybody knows that.
Oh, that's in the standard contract. I see that.
Oh, don't mess with that, man. All right. That was our Gadget Warehouse item. But now,
Disaster? Yep.
Disaster. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. But now it's time for another jingle. And I know you tune in for jingles. And last week I got a lot of complaints because I didn't, in fact, have a jingle that people love. So today I bring you once again, long time not heard, the famous Michael Jackson Letters theme. Enjoy. Isn't that good? Dan Luters is amazing.
He is.
Now, do you want me to read this letter? Or
yeah. So, I want you to read it because, and it's so funny because last week we talked about that I ran into the people with the phone handle thing at the CES.
And we had a lot of fun. We made a lot of fun of that thing, gluing it to my face, my head.
And they loved it, and they said, turn around, we're going to stick phones on our head. And then, anyway. So at that same show, I found the dual GPS that you could add GPS capabilities to other electronics. And I thought I had sort of explained it okay, but...
You did. Did you not relegate it to the Gadget Warehouse?
No, that was the Polaroid camera.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is this you gave a serious review to. I think a positive review, Naz.
Yeah,
but I think that they felt we got it says you got a voicemail too. I haven't heard the voicemail. Did you get a voicemail?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a voicemail with all the things in the email. To tell you the truth, I thought I just didn't play it all the way through. I figured I'll just read the email when it comes.
This comes from Joanna Lukens of the Dual Corporation. Dual Corp. Per by voicemail, we were disappointed at how our GPS receiver was presented and by how our company was ultimately ridiculed by the show host, who quickly jumped to conclusions without understanding the product and its applications. We feel I hope I'm not misrepresenting her voice. I think she sounds somewhat like that. Well, in my head, she does. I haven't heard the voicemail, so I don't know. We feel the product was presented incorrectly and inadequately, leaving a lot of information out, including key benefits of adding GPS capabilities to today's most popular electronics. I think we were pretty clear that that's what that was, yes?
Yeah, It's yes, okay. It's a way to add GPS to an electronic device that doesn't have it.
Right.
And you know, it's a long email. What I did on my website is I took out my description of it.
Right.
And put in all of her copy points.
Please
so
note,
that
this is not a standalone GPS. You cannot really use it by itself. It's a universal GPS receiver that works with many of today's most popular electronic capabilities, adding GPS to these electronics and allowing them to do more. I think we said this. I don't know exactly where she's...
You know, I don't know. It's been a 5-star rated on Amazon. Anyway.
Apparently, we didn't read the copy points as she would have liked to have them read.
Right. Well, I did point out that I wasn't a spokesperson and that I just was reporting how I perceived the product.
We did review it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm glad that you put these copy points in. I understand that to avoid any confusion, you completely eliminated that product from all reviews on ABC News.
Well, I asked them if they could do a clean edit and get it out of my spot.
Just take it out
on ABC News
because we don't want to misrepresent it. Now, I unfortunately can't I will try though. Can't go through each and every copy of the podcast downloaded by the tens of thousands of people who downloaded it. But here's what I'd like you to do, folks. Those of you listening at home and who have a copy of last week's GizWiz episode 1320, if you wouldn't mind, just go and get your copy and just cut out that offending portion. And you could insert, if you would, insert the letter that I'm about to read. And then that way your copy at home will also reflect the true value of the XP GPS 150 standalone, pardon me, not standalone. I think that's the name of it. The XGPS 150 not standalone GPS. Let's just make that clear. It is not a standalone GPS. Is that the main thing?
Add GPS
to devices that may not have GPS.
Correct. Correct.
But she does say,
can
though,
I forward her next letter.
She does say, yeah, she does say, by the way, that in fact it's a really good thing to buy even if you already have GPS. Maybe that's what we neglected to say, that for devices like your phone or your iPad that already have a GPS, you may still want to buy this because she says it's a lot more accurate than the GPS inside an iPad and iPhone. Okay. It does not drain the device's battery. It drains its own battery. It's wireless and can be positioned up to 33 feet away from the device.
Okay, and its own battery runs for 8.5 hours.
8.5 hours.
You charge it with
almost
USB.
As long as the iPad or iPhone.
Okay, it's 2 inches square.
That's important.
Yeah, because you can wear it on an armband.
Oh, very important. And I do. Maybe this is where they're upset. Please do not take the XGPS 150 internally. It is not for internal consumption. You think it was because we left that out?
This is good.
Don't eat it.
This will just please them no end.
Do not. No, I think it's appropriate to remind people not to eat the dual X GPS 150.
Good.
It will not pass easily. It's got corners.
Mm-hmm. At least you'll know where it's been.
Well, it's a GPS.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But see, I think that's why people would be tempted to take it internally, because maybe they'd like to geolocate their colon.
Good. This is all very good. Okay.
Can you should we just put this on a cassette and send it to her?
No, I have an idea that she'll hear it.
You think she listens?
I'm not going to read. Well, she obviously heard it because.
Yeah. Well, I think that's some tattletale in our audience.
That could be. That could be.
You know that there's some tattletale who just wrote them a note saying, they did not mention not to be taken internally. I think you should send them a scathing letter, and might follow that up with a scathing voicemail.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. It's the chat room.
It's your fault. All right. Well, anyway, I think we've addressed this. Thank you for your note, and we wish you well in your future endeavors. Maybe it's because we mocked them because they're a turntable company.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, I had it for 48 hours. It's back.
It wasn't
Monday,
you,
I
Dick.
went
It's
to
my
FedEx.
fault.
Go ahead.
It was my fault. I remember now what happened. You were going along, giving it a good review, and I said, oh, isn't this great? A company that made turntables, they've decided to take a leap into the future and make GPS devices. And I mocked that slightly. That's what it was. And so,
well, and she's probably not used to what the show is all about. It's info in a lighthearted vein.
yes.
That's our slogan.
Yes.
It's no more, it makes its own gravy.
So please.
It's info in a lighthearted vein.
It's too late. I know that many thousands, tens of thousands of copies of last week's podcast have already been downloaded and consumed, probably excreted as well by our listeners. If you would, folks, edit out any mention of the Dual X GPS 150, we would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Now you might
I'm
want to
going
send a note to Joanna at Dual just to let her know that you did that.
Oh, okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Now, I will contrast that with another letter if you want to play another theme. Do you have another theme?
Oh, God, do I have... That's probably why she really hates us. We just have too many goddamn letter themes, I think.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the GizWiz letters. Now.
You didn't say you were going to put the Dual X GPS 150 in your box of crap, did you?
No, I did not.
Because that would
I
be
did not.
that would be
Yeah.
incendiary.
Now, this is sort of another complaint, but in a much more friendly atmosphere.
Okay.
From Steve Miller, Westerville, Ohio. I'm watching you and Leo as I write this, and you just said you didn't see any use for the Polaroid Pic 300.
No.
Just in case you missed last week's show, Polaroid has introduced a new instant camera for $90, and it's still $1 a print, and the prints are the size of a business card.
Now, by the
So
way, we did mock this one.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, we mocked it in as much as saying it seemed like it was going to end up in the warehouse rather quickly. But Steve says, I bought one on sale just before Christmas. Neither of my parents nor my aunt have access to the internet. They don't have computers. So when I take pictures, I have to print them out, mail them the pictures, or take them along the next time my wife and I visit. I took a lot of pictures with the Polaroid Pic and just left them with my mom, my dad, and aunt, and they were thrilled. I took digital pictures for myself. So there's still a market for this. And then he went on. He said, I received my double box of crap yesterday. It was great. I love the Mad Minutes. This is the best box of crap I've ever gotten in a box of crap, Steve Miller. So anyway, so there is also a use for the Polaroid Pic 300.
And I just thought of something.
That's an expensive thing to do, for him to take a lot of pictures and just
They're
leave them at
each,
a buck
right?
a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just thought of something. Joanna,
Yes,
if
go
you're
ahead.
listening, maybe you'd like to sponsor the show, because we could rename... No. Turn the Table Tuesday. Turn the Turntable Tuesday. Brought
this
to
is
you by
good.
Dual, formerly the Turntable Company, now the GPS Company.
Yeah, because I introduced it by saying, Leo, do you remember Dual? Because I had dual turntables for years.
As every disc jockey did.
Yeah, and then maybe Polaroid also wants to join in.
I think we should be sponsored by crappy products. That's basically what we talk about.
In a sense, yes.
Except the good ones, like this suction cup mounted.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Thing.
And Netflix.
And Netflix, which we do love. I think that's pretty much as much damage as we can do in an hour.
Oh, yeah, I think those people are typing away as we speak.
Don't worry, Joanna.
Forward.
No one listens to this podcast, Joanna.
Come on, what are you
secret
kidding?
is
We
safe.
have devoted fans.
Now, ABC News, that's another matter. And if I were you, I'd write a letter to Peter Jennings.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, for being here today. For those of you who would like to write letters and emails complaining about my use of the Lord's name in vain, you can write to Dick at TechGuyLabs.
Dick at GizWiz.Biz. And
Don't
just put in the subject line, forward to Leo.
Do not forget, my friends, to go to GizWiz.Biz, because not only will you find fine sacrilege there, you'll also find the fantastic heck, see, even Dick is very polite that way. What the heck is it contest?
Yes, exactly.
Let me scroll down.
That's the new one that just started.
The new one. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah. Did you guess what the? Oh, yeah,
yeah. We got to talk about it because I didn't.
Hit the what the heck is it?
Yeah. First, let me go back to what the heck is it page. Last week on the what the heck is it contest. Last month, I guess.
Game, yeah. That was it.
Oh, I had no idea. It was a candle carver.
The candle carver it's kind of strange. It's a way to make candle holes in fruit.
Oh,
so
wait
it's
a minute.
little.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. It was a way to make candle holes in fruit?
Like you take an apple and you take the candle carver and you push down on the top of the apple and you pull out the apple core that comes out, and it's just big enough for one of those little Voltaire candles to drop in.
So you could have a banana with a candle in it.
Well, I wouldn't do a banana. I would do a fruit that stands up easily, like an apple. Or perhaps a pineapple.
Pineapple. But not upside down.
Bananas don't make good candles, in my mind.
You probably couldn't use this on a raspberry or any of the berry family.
No, I don't. No, maybe a raspberry pie.
Ah.
But, yeah.
And it'd be cool.
But, people are very funny. Someone said, is it a clam shovel for people with low ambition?
Because it's not very long.
Not very long, right. The wrench Frankenstein uses to adjust his neck bolts. Drain cleaner for small drains. This is kind of funny. A doctor's instrument for removing a glass eye when it's stuck and won't come out.
Oh, and that could be painful, yeah.
Yeah. A tool that IKEA gives you with furniture. Yeah, it's just some funny. Oh, the key Eileen uses to wind up Leo before he starts bouncing on his ball.
To me, honestly, it looked like a cufflink. I mean, I was sure that it was a cufflink.
Oh, no, it's very funny. It's very. We got a couple of cufflinks, but
now let me ask you.
Dynamite detonator.
It does look like a detonator the way you've got it set up here, actually.
Yeah.
But let me ask you. It says this is a repeat of June 2008. Did you forget that you did it?
I did, but I told people that I wanted them to guess what it was, so I reused it. But I actually forgot it.
I've already done this one.
I did it like 5 years ago, early on.
Well,
I said,
it says it's June 2008. That wasn't that long ago.
Oh, okay, 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years almost to the day.
Yeah. You've never done this one before, though. This is our brand new What the Heck Is It game for July and August. There's the picture. It's not a very communicative picture.
No, that's the idea. But 3 years from now, after you know what it is,
you could use it again. At what point during the contest did you realize you'd done it before?
When about the third day in, when someone wrote in and said, well, I know what this is because I save every answer. And I wrote back and said, well, first of all, you're an automatic winner. And second of all, can you keep a secret?
How many Mad Magazines is it going to take to keep you quiet, dude? Wow. That's pretty
And this
funny.
person was very good. They didn't tell anybody. We only got 5 right answers.
That's the amazing thing. It just shows you can recycle these. Did you, did you like slap your forehead and go, oh!
Oh, yes. Because I was going through and it was, about 3 hours before I had to post it. And I was going through my What the Heck Is It file. And I said, oh, that's a great picture. I didn't use this.
Yeah. So. This is not.
And that thing there, I found in Dick's Gadget warehouse.
It's in the warehouse, from the warehouse. It's some sort of. I would guess it's some sort of medical device, but I could be wrong.
No, you could be. You could be.
So you have till the end of August to figure it out. The top 12 correct answers get autographed copies of Mad Magazine. The top 24 cute, silly answers.
Yeah, and this year there were a lot of funny answers. I think I gave away 28 or 29. And if you want a box of crap, just email me also and just put box of crap in the subject line.
You
it's
don't
really
have you have buttons for everything on GizWiz.Biz, but you don't have a box of crap.
You know what? I didn't want to make it like I'm sort of doing it for fans of the show and people in the chat.
Not just people who wander into the website.
No, exactly. Because first of all, the great thing about people are whatever they get, they love it. Like I sent someone in one of the boxes, I threw in the Sharper Image ultrasonic barking dog alarm, where you put it behind a door and it can send someone through the door, and it has a built-in digital chip of dogs going berserk. And the longer they stay there, the louder the barking gets. And the guy said, I love this. I'm in the middle of hacking it right now.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and if there's no AC adapter, people go, oh, Dick, I went to Radio Shack. I knew what to buy. It's great. People love the stuff. And I'm getting room in my warehouse to buy new stuff, so it's great. just so you can have more boxes of crap in a couple of years. More boxes of crap, and sometimes I put mad crap in. It's fun. It's just great. It's a lot of work, but it's great fun.
But don't expect the dual X GPS 150 because that's been returned in its original condition.
Exactly. Right on back.
Right on
FedEx.
back.
The next I was at FedEx at 7 a.m.
Get this out of here. All right, Dick, a fun show as always. I invite everybody to watch us do this thing. In fact, really, if you have complaints, the best way to do it would be to watch live and call us during the show. And we invite you to do that. Our number is 555-1212.
Well, soon, Leo, they'll be able to come and actually stone us on July 24th.
Absolutely. Well, we actually have a special stoning hole in the wall, so a place you can just aim.
Oh, they don't even have to come in.
No, we don't want them to come in.
Oh, they can just drive by and stone.
Right. But the good news
drive by and
is
stone. This is good. Maybe
lots
a neon
of bricks
sign.
available in case you want to throw a brick at us. We're actually if you haven't yet bought a brick, I would suggest you hurry up because we're going to mount. We're going to actually get the first couple of bricks in our shipment and start mounting them on the wall right there as you come in the door on the left. Beautiful stuff. It's going to really be cool. And it goes to help pay for better sound quality. Please. I beg
so what did you say, Leo? I couldn't hear you.
I said for quality.
Sound quality. Okay.
It will and if you TWiT. And we would love to anything you could say.
TWiT.tv.
Please, before this microphone goes home. Okay.
Go to your cul-de-sac, lay your head down.
Make some potato salad.
Make some potato salad.
Dick, it's been great. We do this show every Saturday afternoon right after the Tech Guys show, around about 2:30 p.m. Pacific. Oh, she's calling. It's so nice to hear from her. From unknown caller.
Oh, this would be right.
Wouldn't it be funny if it were Jessica?
Yeah. Go do it.
No, she already hung up, unfortunately.
Oh. Okay.
I'll look for a good message, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, very
good.
good.
Nice voicemail. We do the show 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern, live .twit.tv. You can watch every Saturday, or just subscribe to the show, twit.tv/DGW. That's where you'll find the weekly daily GizWiz. Dick, thank you so much.
It was a blast.
You're a gentleman.
And a skull.
And I will see you next week, right here.
I'll be here.